The bikini photo that destroyed my engagement. My name is Marcus. If someone had told me a year ago that a single photo, just one bikini picture, could tear apart the life I had carefully built with the woman I planned to marry, I would have laughed in disbelief. But life has a cruel way of teaching hard lessons when you least expect them. To understand how everything fell apart, we need to rewind a little. I had been in a serious relationship for over 3 years with a woman named Talia. We didn't start as lovers. We met through mutual friends. At first, we were just friends. Being with her felt easy. No pressure, no games. Just two people enjoying each other's company. Talia had just come out of a rough relationship when we first met. One night, while sharing a bottle of wine and listening to music at my apartment, she opened up about her ex, Travis. According to her, it was a toxic relationship full of lies and emotional manipulation. She told me how broken she felt afterward, how it had damaged her confidence and self-worth. I listened quietly. I remember thinking, if I ever got the chance to be with her, I would never make her feel that small again. That night didn't end with a kiss or anything dramatic. But something shifted. I made a silent promise, not to be her savior, but to be the kind of man who treated her with the respect she deserved. Eventually, friendship became love. Unlike any relationship I had before, we took our time. We had long, meaningful conversations about our futures, our values, and where we saw ourselves in 5, 10, even 20 years. About 2.5 years in, I felt ready. I had a stable career, solid savings, and a home of my own. I proposed. She cried, said yes, and hugged me with a smile that made me think, this is it. This is forever. We didn't want a long engagement. 6 months felt perfect, long enough to plan something special, short enough to keep the excitement alive. Wedding plans started immediately. Talia was a perfectionist with a keen eye for detail, so she took the lead. From flower arrangements to food tastings, she handled everything. I trusted her judgment and gave input when needed, but mostly, I let her craft the wedding of her dreams. We weren't living together yet. My apartment was too small, and we were house hunting, but she spent most weekends at my place. It wasn't traditional, but it worked. Or so I thought. About a month before the wedding, Talia's mentioned her high school was hosting a reunion out of state. She said it would be a short weekend, just catching up with classmates. I asked calmly, do you really need to go on this trip? With the wedding just weeks away, instead of understanding, she laughed it off. It's just a harmless catch-up, Marcus. No big deal. But to me, it was a big deal. Not because I didn't trust her, but because the timing, the people, and the secrecy made me uneasy. I wasn't trying to control her. I just wanted us focused on building our life together. I told her honestly, it doesn't sit right with me. She didn't argue, but she didn't agree either, and the conversation faded into silence. A few days later, Talia was at my apartment again. We were hosting a couple we were close with. Everything seemed normal on the surface. While I talked to the husband in the living room, Talia and his wife stepped outside for a private girl chat. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. I ignored it at first, but after the third call from our wedding planner, I picked it up. I knew the planner, assumed it was urgent. She just needed confirmation on some changes Talia requested. I noted them and hung up. Then I noticed something, notifications, messages, a name I didn't recognize. The previews seemed too familiar, too intimate. I unlocked the phone, not snooping, but instinct screaming, and we had shared passcodes. We trusted each other. I opened the thread. It was Travis, her ex, the same man she once cried to me about, the one who broke her. They hadn't just reconnected, they'd been reconnecting for months. Flirty texts, inside jokes, shared memories. The tone was intimate, the frequency undeniable. I scrolled up and saw her telling him about our engagement. Yeah, he put a ring on it, he replied. So, I guess he's the cleanup guy now. She sent a laughing emoji. Something inside me broke. I didn't react immediately. I waited until the guests left. I needed silence, clarity. When she came back inside, I calmly said, Talia, I really don't want you going to that reunion. Before I could explain, she snapped. Are you insecure or something? She barked. We're not even married yet, and you're trying to control me. She didn't let me speak. She packed a bag, stormed out, and that was it.
She didn't know what I had seen.
She didn't ask why I was upset. She didn't care. That night, silence fell. And in that silence, something died. Not just trust, but hope. The next morning, I transferred all my contributions from our joint wedding account back into my personal one. That money was meant for us. There was no us anymore. Then I made the hardest call of my life, to my parents. No wedding, I said flatly. It's over. They were shocked. I told them the truth, and they supported me. A few days later, I opened Instagram for the first time since the fight. There it was, a beach photo. Talia in a bikini, standing beside Travis, smiling. He had posted it with a caption like old times. She was tagged. I didn't cry or scream, but something in me felt final. That was the nail in the coffin. I blocked her number, deleted every photo, message, and memory, removed her from my life like she never existed. Later, she texted from a different number, claiming I had overreacted, that I hurt her. I didn't reply. She asked if we could talk like adults. I told her one thing. There's nothing left between us. I wish you the best.
She didn't stop.
More texts followed, some begging, others pretending nothing happened. She said it was just a picture I was reading into. But when trust and respect are gone, there's no returning. I eventually told her, I saw everything, the messages, the jokes, the disrespect. You and Travis are perfect for each other. Don't ever contact me again. And I meant it. Months later, here I am. Some nights still hurt. Some mornings I wake up expecting her name on my screen. But I don't regret a thing. Walking away was the most respectful thing I ever did for myself.